নমস্কাৰ বিজনেছ নৰ্থ ইষ্টলৈ স্বাগতম জনাইছো। বিনিয়োগৰ ব্যৱধান দূৰ কৰিবলৈ অনুজ শৰ্মাই উত্তৰ পূৰ্বৰ ষ্টাৰ্টআপৰ প্ৰত্যাহ্বানসমূহৰ ওপৰত আলোকপাত কৰে। বিজনেছ নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ সৈতে হোৱা এক সাক্ষাৎকাৰত এলচিচাৰ ইম্পেক্টৰ প্ৰতিষ্ঠাপক অনুজ শৰ্মাই খিলঞ্জীয়া উদ্যোগীসকলক সহায় কৰিবলৈ ধৈৰ্যশীল মূলধন আৰু স্থানীয় বিনিয়োগৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তাৰ ওপৰত আলোকপাত কৰে। তেওঁৰ মতে লাকাডং হালধিৰ দৰে সামগ্ৰীয়ে ব্ৰেণ্ডিং আৰু মূল্য সংযোজনৰ জৰিয়তে অধিক লাভ কঢ়িয়াই আনিব পাৰে। তেওঁ লগতে কয় উত্তৰ পূৰ্বৰ ষ্টাৰ্টআপৰ পৰিৱেশ তন্ত্ৰই সীমিত পুঁজি পক্ষপাতিত্ব আৰু স্থানীয় মূল্যবোধ আৰু পৰম্পৰাগত বিনিয়োগৰ আৰ্হিৰ মাজত মিল নোহোৱাৰ দৰে প্ৰত্যাহ্বানৰ সন্মুখীন হৈছে। ইয়াত উদ্যোগীসকলে সম্প্ৰদায়ৰ বৃদ্ধিৰ ওপৰত গুৰুত্ব আৰোপ কৰে, যিটো বহু বিনিয়োগকাৰীৰ উইনাৰ্ছ টেক্স অল মানসিকতাৰ সৈতে মিল নাথাকে। তেওঁ উত্তৰ পূবক এক প্ৰধান অৰ্থনৈতিক কেন্দ্ৰ হিচাপে কল্পনা কৰিছে আৰু 5 বছৰৰ ভিতৰত 1 ট্ৰিলিয়নৰ অৰ্থনৈতিক লক্ষ্য লয় আৰু কয় যে প্ৰচুৰ সম্পদ আৰু শক্তিশালী কৰ্মশক্তিৰ সৈতে সঠিক দিশ আৰু সমৰ্থন দিলে উত্তৰ পূব অঞ্চলটোত যথেষ্ট সম্ভাৱনা আছে। ইয়াৰ লগতে তেওঁ আৰু কি কৈছিল চাওঁ আহক।
So I've been active in Northeast for almost 12 years. It's a blessing if I put it like this. My whole journey of Northeast has been of something which I always carry in my chin, that people are really amazing. The ecosystem is great. There's so much of biodiversity. The intentionality of supporting each other is very, very high. At the same time, when I look back, for some reason, there are lots of ways and means that the whole society has been let down, especially by the venture capital and private equity. And this is sometimes by design, and it is also sometimes by having a kind of an intentional bias as well, which people don't want to talk about it. But this is something which is very, very clearly available and I will say visible as well. And that's what we want to address. So at Alciser Impact, one of the important things that we try to do is we say we want to do something called conscious bias, supporting local indigenous people across South Asia. So what we are talking about conscious bias is that we say, hey, look, if I'm in Assam, I'm only backing an Assamese local. If I'm Nagaland, I'm only backing a Naga. Same way, if I go to Kashmir, I'm only backing a Kashmiri. And why we are talking about this whole thing is that if you see the whole ecosystem of investing in India, 90% of the fund manager and more than 93% of the founders who got money from the fund managers, both sides come from same communities. That means we do not have any democratization of investing in this whole country. And we say we are third largest startup destination in the world. But at the same time, if you look around how much concentrated the wealth is, that's where we are talking about a scary scenario. We do not have equal opportunities. And if you look different, and if you are, God forbid, if you are women, and if you are having some kind of other differentiation in terms of community, your chances of raising money diminishes very, very drastically low. So that's what we are trying to address in a conscious bias manner.
পৰৱৰ্তী বাতৰিলৈ আগবাঢ়িছো। কাজিৰঙা ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যানৰ 2024 চনত পৰ্যটনৰ পৰা 8 কোটি ৰাজহ লাভৰ লক্ষ্য। অসমৰ ইউনেস্কোৰ বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য ক্ষেত্ৰ কাজিৰঙা ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যানখনৰ 2024 চনত প্ৰায় 8 কোটি টকাৰ ৰাজহ আহৰণ কৰাৰ সম্ভাৱনা আছিল। 2023ৰ পৰ্যটকৰ সংখ্যা 3.5 লাখ দৰ্শনাৰ্থীৰ তুলনাত দুগুণ হ'ব বুলি ভৱিষ্যবাণী কৰা হৈছে। বহুতো নতুন সুবিধাই দৰ্শনাৰ্থীৰ অভিজ্ঞতা বৃদ্ধি কৰে, আনহাতে আন্তঃগাঁথনি উন্নয়ন আৰু স্থানীয় হোমষ্টে পৰ্যটনক সমৰ্থন কৰে। বিজনেছ নথিছৰ সৈতে হোৱা এক সাক্ষাৎকাৰত কাজিৰঙা ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় উদ্যানৰ ফিল্ড ডাইৰেক্টৰ সোণালী ঘোষে জনায় যে উদ্যানখনৰ পৰ্যটন কাৰ্যকলাপে স্থানীয় জনগোষ্ঠীসমূহক বহুখিনি উপকৃত কৰে। স্থানীয়ভাৱে নিৰ্মিত সামগ্ৰী বিক্ৰী কৰা ইকো-শ্বপৰ লগতে 700ৰো অধিক স্থানীয় মালিকাধীন জীপ আৰু হাতী চাফাৰীৰ বাবে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা হয়। এই পদক্ষেপসমূহে বাসিন্দাসকলৰ বাবে বহনক্ষম জীৱিকাৰ সৃষ্টি কৰাত সহায় কৰে। কাজিৰঙাই বন্যপ্ৰাণী সংৰক্ষণৰ ক্ষেত্ৰতো যথেষ্ট অগ্ৰগতি লাভ কৰিছে। 2016 চনৰ পৰা গড়ৰ চোৰাং চিকাৰ 86% হ্ৰাস কৰিছে। জাৰ্মান পৰ্যটকৰ বৃদ্ধিকে ধৰি আন্তঃৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় আগ্ৰহ বৃদ্ধিৰ লগে লগে কাজিৰঙা বন্যপ্ৰাণীৰ এক বিশিষ্ট গন্তব্য স্থানত পৰিগণিত হৈছে। আৰু ইয়াৰ লগতে তেওঁ কি কৈছিল চাওঁ আহক।
As I said, because for us, tourism has multiple benefits. It is something which is important for the local communities because a lot of the Kaziranga French communities, they are dependent on tourism for their livelihood, be it gypsy safaris or resorts or homestays and so on. But other than that, the revenue that we get is an entry fee.
Yes.
You know, that we charge the every person who enters the park, which is roughly around 200 rupees that we are able to get. So that revenue is important for us because as per the government rules, we can use this money for the park's own development. So it becomes very handy for us to have this funding with us for doing development works, let's say, you know, repairing of roads, of infrastructure, or giving it to the communities to develop some products. So that is the benefit of this tourism revenue. Last year we had almost a revenue of 8 crores, and this year we hope to have a similar figure.
So, ma'am, are you expecting more than the last year?
Yes, absolutely. Because as I said, in this year itself, in October, we opened the park, and now we are only, you know, there is around still a week to go for end of November, and we have crossed almost 50,000 tourists. So this is sort of a surprise for us, because this time the people visiting has been unprecedented.
And, ma'am, when it comes to infrastructure related to accommodation amenities, is there any new steps that will be taken further?
Yes, absolutely. You know, I think the reason why we are holding this India Tourism Mart in Kaziranga is that there has been a complete revamp of the tourism infrastructure, especially by the Assam Tourism. So all the Assam tourism properties, they have been renovated, they have been modernized, and there is a new look in terms of, you know, how we can visit, welcome the visitors. Other than that, I think a lot many homestays and resorts have come up.
Yeah.
So I think that there is no shortage of, in terms of, you know, the tourism stay accommodation at the moment.
পৰৱৰ্তী বাতৰিলৈ আগবাঢ়িছো। পৰিৱেশ অনুকূল ষ্টীল স্লেগ মিক্সে গুৱাহাটীৰ পথ মেৰামতিৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত এক বৈপ্লৱিক পৰিৱৰ্তন আনিব। গুৱাহাটীৰ ষ্টীলৰ স্লেগৰ পৰা তৈয়াৰী পৰিৱেশ অনুকূল পথহল মিক্স ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি পথসমূহ দ্ৰুতভাৱে 15 পৰা 30 মিনিটৰ ভিতৰত মেৰামতি কৰিবলৈ সাজু হৈছে। ৰামুকা গ্লোবেলৰ দ্বাৰা প্ৰস্তুত কৰা এই মিশ্ৰণে আৱৰ্জনা হ্ৰাস কৰাত সহায় কৰে আৰু পৰিৱেশ সুৰক্ষিত কৰে। ষ্টীল উৎপাদনৰ উৎপাদন ষ্টীলৰ স্লেগ সাধাৰণতে অসুৰক্ষিতভাৱে পেলোৱা হয় যদিও ৰামুকা গ্লোবেলে ইয়াক নিৰ্মাণৰ বাবে উপযোগী সামগ্ৰীলৈ ৰূপান্তৰিত কৰাৰ উপায় বিচাৰি উলিয়াইছে। বিজনেছ নথিছৰ সৈতে হোৱা এক সাক্ষাৎকাৰত ৰামুকা গ্লোবেলৰ পৰিচালন সঞ্চালক দীপক কুমাৰে কয় যে কোম্পানীটোৱে গুজৰাটত প্ৰতি বছৰে 10 লাখ টনতকৈ অধিক ষ্টীলৰ স্লেগ প্ৰক্ৰিয়াকৰণ কৰে আৰু এই কামৰ বাবে CSIR আৰু CRRI পৰা প্ৰমাণপত্ৰ লাভ কৰা ভাৰতৰ ভিতৰত প্ৰথম। ৰামুকা গ্লোবেলৰ এই পদ্ধতিয়ে ৱেষ্ট টু ৱেল্থ পদক্ষেপক সমৰ্থন কৰে, ঔদ্যোগিক আৱৰ্জনা নিৰ্মাণ সামগ্ৰী আৰু ইনসুলেশনৰ দৰে মূল্যৱান সামগ্ৰীলৈ ৰূপান্তৰিত কৰে। ইয়াৰ লগতে তেওঁ কি কৈছিল চাওঁ আহক।
So I head Ramuka Global, and we have one of the biggest factory in reprocessing plant in India. It's based out in Surat, Bokaro, and we have tied up with big few companies, and we have processed till date we have processed more than 10 million tons of slag in 3 to 4 years of time. So we have a huge capacity plant spread across 75 acres, and we focuses more on slag. So we want to launch more and more slag based products. I am PhD in waste management and environment sustainability. So my focus is more towards society, towards industrial waste, what we can do. And as a group, if you see, we are in business from last 6 decades. We are in distribution, we are in textiles, we are in iron and steel. We do have manufacturing facility for billets, ingots, rolling mill. So we are in a lot of fields. We are in electronics manufacture. So a lot of areas are there, but my area of concern and the area which appeals to me is currently slag, basically industrial waste. So we are going to launch this pothole mix, which is a very instant mix, and I have not seen any product like this till now, created out of waste for the society, which repairs in 15 to 30 minutes of time. And very soon this product will be launched soon next week.
So, can we see anything in northeastern region?
Definitely, northeastern region is a part of India, definitely, and it's a big market here. And pothole, where pothole is not there in India, because it happens due to different times, different temperature variations, and all. So definitely, we'll be launching it. That's why we are launching it next week, especially in Guwahati. So we have Tech Fest there. We are planning to launch it there. Once it is launched, then definitely we'll be working out here.
And so it is an replacement of natural aggregate. So could you tell us what basically this technology is all about and how is it going to benefit the public?
See, a whole concept of launching this product is something creating wealth out of waste. So if you see the products which are available in the market, like road construction also happens through aggregates, natural aggregates, so which definitely increase the carbon footprints, global warming. Second thing, if you see natural aggregates, if mining is happening, it is degrading land and all. So ecological disbalance is there. But if you see what we are trying to introduce, people have already introduced. Dr. Satish Pandey, a prominent scientist of CSIR, has already launched steel slag based road, which is highly appreciated, and now people are using it. And I think, if I'm not wrong, NHAI has made it mandatory to use 30% of slags in the Indian roads because it gives more durability and less cost. It's more of a cost effective product. And if you see and let's say if you are not treating slag, so in next 5 years you will be having more than 60 million tons of slag, and you don't know what to do. So people have to do recycling in all these ways, whether it's plastics, whether it's industrial waste, whether it's cement waste, whatever. So people have to do more and more research on that, and people have to come out with this innovative products and all, so that we recycle, we reduce the carbon footprint, and we give more to society. Cost wise, if I am not wrong, it will be one third of the cost of what is current costing to repair a pothole. So we are working on the costing, transportation, logistic and all. In due course of time, definitely it will be cheaper.
ইয়াৰ লগে লগে আজি বাতৰিৰ পৰা মই আকাংক্ষিতা মহন্তই বিদায় লৈছো। পৰৱৰ্তী বাতৰিৰ বাবে চাই থাকিব বিজনেছ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট।